Saying don't cry. There's no need to dismay. Close your eyes and drift away. Demerol, Demerol, oh God, she's thinking Demerol.
Please, ladies.
Demerol, Demerol, oh God, he's thinking Demerol. Ooh.
Randomly, usually the opposite of uniformity, but the shifts in time form a certain parity. With the gesture of buttons comes clarity.
Buttons, y'all. Blessings. I'm here with annoyance, frustration, consideration. So let's start with the annoyance. The annoyance is when folks forget what's happening now and happened before. So why are you surprised? Frustration is the consequence of insanity, right? And what is insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Consideration, change your approach. Because no one wants to be frustrated and annoyed. They're pretty much the same thing. But when you're frustrated, it's like you're flustered because it's like, why does it keep happening? Well, further examination will say you didn't change your approach. You just kept doing it the same way. And I wanted to talk about this whole selection cycle, but I'm like, you know what? No. I do have words to say. I guess I'll talk a bit about it, which is only to say, if you were to Venn diagram both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, they share more in common than they differ, because they belong to a system that gives zero fucks about the dignity and humanity of life. Now, I live currently in Lenape land, also known as Turtle Island. This land belongs to Native Indigenous people. It is their land. And respect is always given from me to the Native Indigenous people of the Western Hemisphere, because much like what the Palestinians are going through with settler colonialism, you have Europeans taking over land that they don't own, using the resources of that land to increase the profits of Europe and Western aligned nations, while they underdevelop Latin America, Central America, Africa, all of these colonized places. The system and the process of colonialism is what is putting us in this situation. We have to organize and fight against it strategically and with resistance, primarily. This is why I support resistance fighters. So, yeah, I'm annoyed, I'm frustrated, but I'm also considering the fact that this too will turn into something else, because nothing stays the same. And I do have courage and encouragement in the knowledge that things are getting better. People are seeing more clearly. And yeah, folks are going to get blamed for the shot that's been fired. But we already know who manufactured the gun. So anyway, I have a lot I want to say, but I think I'm going to just keep it there, because if I speak too much of the frustration and the annoyance, this video will be too long. So more on the consideration, which is that it's changing, it's transforming, because the law of impermanence. And I am a dialectical materialist. I believe in examining history from a nation, class, and gender, as well as race analysis, of course. Not just race, but class, gender. The truth is, we don't live in these silos. Even though Instagram and Facebook and TikTok tries to convince you otherwise. You're connected to a whole world out there that are experiencing similar situations. So do what you can to connect to the greater humanity and life of all living things. And let's get rid of these toxic systems that are institutionalized to teach us that we can't do nothing but accept the status quo and be submissive because that's the best you can do. No. One of the best things you can do is to respond actively in an organized fashion. Anyway, that's all. Uniformly, randomly, in search of paradise clarity.